No. No. Here we go for a second time trying to win the La Liga title. It's season finale time. Yesterday we played out the month of April where we had the Copa del Rey Cup final as well as a number of other fixtures. We are in spectacular form, winning almost every single game we play. However, so are Real Madrid. They've played their matchday 35 as we approach it now and have won it. So we need to now go and beat third-placed Atletico Madrid to keep in touch with them. It's not going to be an easy end of season. Real Betis are there in fourth. They're the side we have on the final day. We have Girona away just a few days after this next game. And of course, Espanyol is the game in between. And they are 8th. And of course, our local intercity rivals. So they're going to want to do everything they can to ensure that we don't win the title as well. If they can be involved in us losing the title to Madrid, then they'd be absolutely thrilled if that was their particular role. So we shall start with Atletico Madrid away. Sorry, at home. And we shall do our best. If we win every game, we stand a chance. But we do need Madrid to drop points because in La Liga, it's done on head-to-head record first before goal difference. And Real Madrid's head-to-head record against us is in their favour. Goal difference just happens to be in their favour as well. But in our previous games against Real Madrid this season in the league, we have lost by 2-0 at the beginning of February. And prior to that, we drew 3-3 in that phenomenal game at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. So that 2-0 defeat a couple of days ago is at the minute what looks like might deny us the title. But we live in hope. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on the start of Season 3 coming to you on Monday, of course. In fact, it might come to you on Sunday. It might come a day early on Sunday, so keep your eyes peeled to the channel with that notification bell ticked and on Twitter too, because I'll update you there also. But for now, it's time to welcome Atleti to this Estadio Camp Nou. Try our damned best and win this title. Atleti line up still in their Christmas tree formation with continually Jan Oblak in goal. Klosterman, Jimenez and Felipe at the back for them, with Guedes on the right, Rashford on the left, Llorente and Rodrigo de Paul in the middle, then Mateus Cunha on one side, Joao Felix on the other, and Antoine Griezmann up top spearheading that attack. It's a really strong side, and we don't tend to get much more than draws against Atletico Madrid, but now is the time to get a victory. It's going to be right down to the wire with Real Madrid, and it could come down to that head-to-head record. And if it does, then, well, they deserve to win the title, because if it's between the two of us and they're the ones that beat us, then obviously they're the better team. But we've started in spectacular fashion against Atleti. Brilliantly worked move. Already inside 4 minutes, we are 1-0 up. Guedes has given that away. Ricky Puig into Ansu Fati. We'll use Nico Gonzalez first. And out to Pedri here. Got plenty of options centrally. And Ferran Torres will work it there. Ansu Fati's available and onside. Doesn't need an accurate cross. It needs an accurate shot from Ricky Puig, which it did get. But unfortunately for them, or for me even, Jan Oblak was in the way. Raheem Sterling. There's the overlapping run from Pedri. Now he's decent in these positions and is decent again. Doing the business. Pedri makes it 2 inside 15 minutes. We need to do this in every single game today and pray that Real drop points. Griezmann. Cunha with the ball over the top, but Mazraoui will deal with that. Pedri brings it down, gets it forward to Ricky Puig. And here's Raheem Sterling. See the run. It's Mazraoui. Have to go backwards though. I see Nico Gonzalez there waiting. Ferran Torres is through that gap and arriving into the box late was Ricky Puig, but it's not to be. Ansu Fati was carrying a knock earlier in this first half, but he appears to have shaken said knock off. So hopefully it's not something that will affect him long term. Absolutely sent the defender there, and the obvious ball is to play that back through, and then we'll look for Ferran Torres again. He'll hit it early when he couldn't have come much closer to giving us a third and really sealing the tie. If that goes in, it's game over, and I can probably make some changes in this second half. As it happens, they might pull one back before the break, and we might be contemplating whether we'll actually get the victory at all. Top stop from Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who has been superb since the January transfer window. It's almost as if he heard what we were saying about him in commentary and in the comment section about him potentially moving on. With our current financial situation, we are making a lot of money this season. We might not necessarily be in a situation where we need to sell him on because of the scenario with losing Frenkie de Jong for 250 million. That's a chunk of our debt right there. So we're in a fantastic position financially at the minute. Whilst not debt-free yet, we should be halfway through next season. And moving forward, I mean, we're in a good position at the minute with the result, but we need to see it through. And then 3 more. Mazraoui. Forward to Pedri. Through the gap, around the corner to Sterling. We'll just loft it. Can Torres get to that? He can't. And they'll try and clear. Rodrigo de Paul to Joao Felix. They have offered very, very little going forward, Atletico Madrid. It's been a very unfamiliar forward performance from them. They're normally very, very good and have a number of opportunities, but they've been at a premium today, and every time they have created something of note, the goalkeeper has been in the way. And Fati sweeps that to Ferran Torres. Back to Puig. And then across here to Pedri. And out to the right-hand side. We'll come back central. Just work it about. There's no need to... Oh, no need to have such a heavy touch, Ricky Puig. There's no need to go above and beyond trying to force the ball through gaps that aren't there, because we have the lead that we need and could be comfortable with. And now we're even further in the lead and even more comfortable. 3-0 we lead here. And now it surely is over. Araujo was going to get there. Bustos coming across, putting the tackle in. Hell of a challenge from Mateus Cunha there. Did get the healthy chunk of the ball, but we get the healthy chunk of the goals. All of them. That was more straightforward than I thought it was going to be. Atleti seemingly have given up trying to get to the title prior to coming to this fixture. There was a sizable enough gap already between them and ourselves and subsequently Real Madrid, who had won that extra game. 9 points prior to that fixture. Now it's 9 points with only 3 games to go. So we have Girona next away. Now, in theory, this should be a straightforward victory, but our morale is being skewed right now because of the frustrating situation with Peña's contract. He's livid and he's ruining the morale for the rest of the squad because I won't offer him a new contract when he's already signed a new contract, a pre-contract with another team. So I'm not in a good position at the minute. A number of players are starting to get a little bit unhappy, and it's purely because of Peña. So I'm desperate to get the victory here, and I desperately hope, that it doesn't matter. Pedri scores a hat-trick, and Ferran Torres gets the other 2. Yeah, Girona were already relegated, and I think potentially already guaranteed to be finishing bottom. Real Madrid won again! Stop it! This is going to be so painful. No, they're confirmed as relegated, not confirmed as bottom, but Leganés will be challenging with them, and definitely relegated now Cadiz as well. So the bottom 3 is confirmed as gone. Cadiz, Leganés, and Girona. But at the top, it's still all to play for. But Real Madrid won't drop points. Please! I've won more games than them. Please drop points. Need you to drop points. We have Espanyol at home and then Real Betis away. Madrid have Elche at home. Now, we've seen how good Elche have been against us this season in the Cup and in the League. So that's not necessarily as straightforward a fixture as you might think it is. And then their final fixture is 18th placed Cadiz away, who are playing for nothing but pride. We might be level on points with Real Madrid and like finish joint first, but still not win the title. How painful could that be? We've ticked off the Copa del Rey. The Champions League has been absolutely nowhere near coming my way. That's one area where we really do need to improve next year. We were one step further getting out of the group this season, but getting knocked out in the round of 16 I mean, to be fair, we had a tough draw. We could have met City in the final, but it is what it is. Now it's Espanyol's turn to come to the Camp Nou and hopefully meet the same fate as Atletico Madrid. We're still in the fight for sure. But none of my answers in my press conferences are actually affecting my team morale either, which is so frustrating. I just can't boost that morale. But thankfully, we don't need to sim any more games. So I'm just playing my way to the end of the season. But obviously, players aren't getting as big a stat boost from their morale as they should be because they're on lower morale. Pena, he's killing it. He's going to Borussia Mönchengladbach. But he's asking me for a new contract. Back off, mate. Balde's upset about his playtime and his contract, but to be fair, I'm probably going to loan him next season. I'll keep him, actually, because Bustos will be my starter, and then Balde will utilise his rotation rather than going to Bustos all the time. And Jordi Alba. Domestic competition 2-match ban? Okay, that must be for pre-season tournaments. That's odd. Had me worried for a moment that I was going to be missing Jordi Alba for the final few games of the season. A number of other players, most other players, relatively happy. Obviously, Piqué's unhappy at his playtime. Inacio's unhappy with his playtime and his contract. You signed this season. You can't be unhappy with your contract. You just signed it a few months ago. Moron. Mazraoui wants a new contract as well. We can deal with that sort of thing in the new season. But team performance, joint top of the table, mate. Ribeiro, playtime. He's upset about his playtime. He's turned down a contract at about 4 other clubs. Rustatil, playtime. Him, I will sell next season. Fati wants a new contract as well. Trincao wants a new contract. See, a number of these players have recently signed new deals. So I don't know why they're getting unhappy about contracts. It's so frustrating. Regardless, let's concentrate on the football. Barcelona versus Espanyol, followed by Real Betis versus Barcelona, and they've got something to fight for, that top 4 spot. Espanyol want to deny us the opportunity to win the league. Can they do it? 2 games to go. Our local rivals in a 4-3-3. Juan Garcia in goal. Omar El Hilali at right back. Requesens and Lacroix at centre back with Getrauda at left back. Then Bear or Barre, I don't know how to pronounce his name actually. KD Barre or KD Bear. Joffre, Carreras and Sergi Dada in the midfield with Maxence Kakare. Actually, Carreras is out wide. Maxence Kakare in the middle and Nico Melamed out wide. And then Landry Jamata continually through the middle forward. We've got Alex Vidal and Oscar Melendo, Abel Ruiz, Fally, we'll call him, Javier Puado and Max Svensson on the bench. They have options on the bench, but they're not starting their strongest 11, which is odd. But they don't have anything to play for, I don't think. So that's probably the reason why. They're giving some rotation players the chance of some football. Which is fair enough. I'd probably do the same in a similar position, to be fair. But we do kind of have quite a bit to play for ourselves. So there's not going to be much rotation going on in these last 2 games unless we put ourselves in a position throughout the course of those 2 games to be comfortable with the scoreline. And we could have started the same way here as we did against Atleti, but Ansu Fati has unfortunately dragged his left-footed shot past the post. That's Kakare, Barre, just taking it full stretch actually. I don't know whether that was made a meal of or whether genuinely he struggled that much to get to it, but Sergi Dada will take the corner. And it's a decent delivery, but Mazraoui's there to knock away. Kakare will bring it down. Through the gap there to Sergi Dada, just took the corner. I mean, that would have been a really good goal if that had flown in the top corner. Luckily for me, it didn't, but worth a go from Sergi Dada. And Terstegen was at full stretch again. Again, though, past the post. Picked off by Jordi Alba. Nico fired forward. It's loose from them, and Ferran Torres could turn here and fire this into the top corner, which he usually does. He's missed the target. Let alone forcing a save from the keeper. He's just straight up missed the target. That is not Ferran Torres-like. Are some of our players starting to get a little bit itchy, a little bit nervous in front of goal, at the back? Some mistakes creeping in, some nerves with the league title on the line. Maxence Kakare squares that, but it's blocked well. Just look after it. Make sure we don't give it away unnecessarily. I certainly hope that that lower morale we were talking about isn't going to start affecting players' performances. We were superb against Atleti, and I need that level of performance again here. This is not the time to start messing about and not performing to your absolute best when we know that you can. Pedri's shot saved at the second attempt by Garcia. And despite all of our advances so far, no way through. Pedri hopefully will drift centrally here. He hasn't. Sterling's turned past the defender. Will drive into the space created by that. Lovely ball around the corner to Ferran Torres. Still no way through. Nico Gonzalez blocked. Ansu Fati will fall to. Jordi Alba stood up. Sterling went for the spectacular. Got nowhere near it because the ball didn't reach him. Sergi Dada with the counter now for Jofre Carreras. As Espanyol push to try and break Barcelona hearts at the Camp Nou, but Araujo is determined, as are we, to get this win. And get it we may do! Barcelona 1, Espanyol 0. Finally, Ferran hits the target, and we do lead. Di Matta into Nico Melamed. Nice tackle by Eric Garcia. The half-time whistle goes, and we will have the opportunity to see how Real are doing against Elche, and they are drawing at half-time. Elche, please. Elche, please. Por favor. Please take some points off Real Madrid. If it stays as is, we go top with a game to go. All right. Just started talking about a goal. I thought it was Real Madrid scoring immediately, but it's not, thankfully. It might be Espanyol scoring immediately, though, at the beginning of this half. If Barre's effort had found the back of the net, Sergi Dada trying to work the angle. Finds only Jordi Alba. His attempted ball away. Hasn't worked properly. Barre to second with the save. Corner for Espanyol at the beginning of the game. Second half, sorry. Melamed off for Espanyol as they make a change up top, or out wide, and Javier Puado's come off the bench, and he has scored against us previously. What is the keeper doing? Alisson did something similar in the My Player on Facebook recently, and it cost me a goal because they quite simply just headed it into the back of the net. He's done it here now to Stegen as well, and that is very worrying goalkeeper AI behaviour. The fact that it wasn't a one-off as well. That's a big yikes. Alba doing his bit here at the moment. We're doing our bit here at the moment. Is that going to cross the line? No. Jordi Alba's won it back. Ferran Torres needs to make the run, and he's in. Can he return the favour to Raheem Sterling, who set him in earlier? Sí! Yes, he can! Sí se puede! Up the Barcelona! Vamos! 2-0! Barre over the top. It's a great ball. Di Matta is in. To Stegen. I'm not selling him. He's been incredible in the latter stages of this season. I can't bring myself to sell Marc-Andre ter Stegen. It just wouldn't be the right thing to do, especially if his run of clean sheets leads us to winning the La Liga title this season. We've been really, really solid defensively all year, which is so un-me-like, un-Chesnoid-like, to have one of the best defensive records in the league. In the early stages of a season, maybe, but to keep it up season long, it's practically unheard of for me. So that just shows you how good this Barcelona backline is and how strong, he might be offside there, Jordi Alba, how strong Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal has been for us. He did make mistakes season 1, and he did make mistakes at the beginning of season 2, but recently he's been spectacular, and I can't deny him the opportunity to stay at the club. It just would be unfair. We'll bring Gavi off the bench here, we'll bring Bustos off the bench here, and we'll also bring Sergi Busquets off the bench as well, as we try and hold on to this 2-0 lead. No further updates from the Bernabeu as of now. As far as we're aware, it's still 1-1 in Madrid. Di Matta, Kakare, into Di Matta, good block. Gavi, that hit his arm, but Thankfully, it was in the box, so it didn't count. If anything, I got the advantage there for a handball from them. It must have hit two arms. Must hit their arm first over Gavi's. Oh, it's a lovely little reverse ball to Ferran Torres. Sterling's in here. Try and tuck this back. Gavi. I think he's offside there, Pedri. He's buried it. He's onside. It's a brilliant move, and it's 3-0 again at the Camp Nou. Very nice indeed. Sure, he was off. It's an excellent run, and yeah, I don't know. I genuinely thought he was the wrong side of the line. I don't care, though. We lead by 3-0, and again, continually, no further updates from the capital. Wide to Getrauda, dinked in, volleyed. Well, but straight at the keeper, thankfully. With 3.5 minutes to go, I don't envisage there being too much stoppage time here. So we can just see this one out, get comfortable back-to-back 3-0 home wins with a cheeky 5-1 away win sandwiched between the two. But back-to-back home wins is exactly what you want. This is exactly what we would have needed had we not picked up enough wins for that board objective already. Now, here is the crunch point. I already had a heart attack once when they were talking about a penalty late on with Alex Scott. Elche. Por favor. Elche, por favor. Elche! They've taken points off Madrid! With 1 game to go! Barcelona lead the league! All we've got to do is win against 4th place Betis, and the title is ours! Si se puede! The Betis side that stand in our way. Rui Silva in goal. Shime Vishalko at right back. Marc Bartra, formerly Barcelona, at centre back alongside Alessio Romagnoli. Juan Miranda at left back, formerly Barcelona. Guido Rodriguez with Orbalan Pineda on the right-hand side. Sergio Canales, formerly of Real Madrid, in their midfield with Christian Teo, formerly of Barcelona, on the left-hand side. Nabil Fekir at cam. And Iñaki Williams, who destroyed me the last time we played Real Betis. This is not an easy game. Make no question about it. This is not an easy game. And we need a win to guarantee it. If we draw and Real Madrid win, they win the league on head-to-head. I have to win this game if we're to absolutely guarantee us winning this La Liga title in this second season. It would be remarkable to have done it with the youngsters that we have at the heart of the team. With Pedri in there, with Nico Gonzalez, with Ansu Fati, with Ferran Torres coming in as he has done in real life, with the experience of Jordi Alba ever present, with Sergio Busquets heavily involved as well, with Ricky Puig, with Gavi. It would be a dream way to do it, but we have to do it, and we are going to have to work for it in this fixture. And as you can tell, not going to be easy. Oh, Ricky Puig has a great first touch, driving forward. Is this the moment? Ricky Puig, Ferran, Rui Silva in the way. Oh, God. Please, please, please. Araujo, win this header. Oh, he has! Araujo! Barcelona 1, Betis 0. Is that the goal that wins us the league? Williams over the top. Pineda brings it down, looks to get past Jordi Alba, and has done really well to do so. Spun him nicely, Araujo in the way, and Ter Stegen pounces on it. I am going to be nervous AF every time Betis come forward until we have a 2-goal advantage, if we're able to get a 2-goal advantage. This is going to be one of the most nervy 70 minutes. I press pass. One of the most nervy 70 minutes of my entire YouTube career mode career. Fekir into Iñaki Williams, looking to drive into the space. Eric Garcia's with him. He lays it off there to Christian Teo. And Ter Stegen makes the save, and he's very pleased with himself, as am I. Sergio Canales with the corner. Floated in with Real Madrid going away from home. You'd like to think it's slightly more difficult, but up against Cadiz, who were already relegated, it's not going to be a tough game for them. Pineda into Vishalko. Christian Teo. If it's he or one of the former Barca boys that deny us the title will be absolutely heartbroken, more so than I would be anyway. What are you doing, goalkeeper? All of the praise I've given to Marc-Andre ter Stegen over the past couple of episodes, he might have just made the biggest mistake of all. Did it take a deflection which forced him to make a dive one way and then react, or has he just fucked that up? It's taken a deflection. I'll let him off. It's taken a deflection. It's not a big one. Oh, it's sizable enough, though, and he just hasn't been able to react in time. Oh, Betis, a level. We are going to have to work for this. Jordi Alba, Ricky Puig is making a good move. There's Ansu Fati into Ferran Torres. I'd be absolutely heartbroken if we don't win this league title now. It is finally in our hands. We've waited for so long for Real Madrid to slip up enough to give us the opportunity. And with it in our hands at the minute, we're not doing the job. At least we're not doing 100% job. We could draw here and still... We could draw here and still win the league, but we'd need Cadiz to pull out one of the biggest results of their entire history. We could lose here and still win the title, but we'd need Cadiz to pull out an even bigger result in their history. Alba. Ansu Fati. He went for me there. Into Ferran Torres. Snapped the shot away quickly. It's well blocked. Thought I had the space to try and work that towards goal. Nabil Fekir will come away on a counter, but I think the referee will blow his half-time whistle. Indeed he will. Now what is the score in Cadiz? Oh... Can't cope with this. We're drawing 1-1. It's 1-1 there as well. Cadiz, please. Please hold on. 45 minutes to go. It's anybody's title. Fekir. In there to Christian Teo. Back to Miranda. And Teo again. Nice tackle by Mazraoui. Can't quite get there. Fekir. Araujo in the way. Nico Gonzalez will clear. Still want that extra goal. I absolutely cannot rely on relegated Cadiz to do me the business over the course of 90 minutes. Mazraoui was free and in on the overlap, and the pass is picked off. And now here come Real Betis. They have me worried every time they come forward. Oh, look at the press from them as well. I'll go Sterling short. I'm not going to push and try and get it to Pedri down the line yet. Tuck this back to Nico Gonzalez. There's a bit of space for Ricky Puig. Oh, he's tackled though. No news though from the Bernabeu. Not from the Bernabeu, from Cadiz. No news yet. Half an hour to play. Still 1-1 here. A goal for us wins us the title. A goal for them, if it stays as is in Cadiz, still wins us the title. But a goal for Real Madrid sees heartbreak here in Betis for us. Surely we can do it. Surely we can find this goal. Betis are probably one of the last teams we'd want to face in this scenario. One of the teams that have given us the biggest tests of late. It would be either Betis, Sociedad or Sevilla. Would be the three sides I wouldn't want to face in this scenario if it weren't to be a straight off head-to-head against Real Madrid. Ricky Puig. Looking for Ansu Fati. There's Jordi Alba. He'll cut back to Fati, who will spin the man. Ansu Fati through there to Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres, shot blocked, cleared away. Pedri should be underneath this, and he is looking for Sterling. Doesn't quite have the pace to get to the loose ball. Time is running out. 20 minutes to go. Now here come Betis again. Miranda's poor. Pedri inside to Nico. Torres is screaming for it through the middle there, but I'm not going to give it to him. Ansu Fati will look for Alba. We'll look for Ansu Fati again. There's Ferran Torres. His touch is poor. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. No. No. A goal for Real Madrid with 13 minutes to go. And the way they were saying, another goal for Real Madrid. I think Real are doing their bit. We need to do ours. Oh, Ferran Torres rise the challenge well. Pedri is here. No! It's the second time I've looked for Mazraoui on the overlap and the ball just hasn't found him. Don't bottle this title, Ches. 7 minutes to go. Free kick for Betis. 6 minutes to go. One well by Busquets, who's off the bench for me here. Forced to Fekir. Gavi is also off the bench for Pudge. They just were too tired. Miranda. Iñaki Williams blocked. Eric Garcia away. Come on, Pedri, please. William Carvalho can't get to me. Ferran Torres could be in here. I'll lift it over the top. Ferran Torres just needs to break away. Ferran Torres might just have won FC Barcelona the league title in the 89th minute. Scenes away from home. Real Madrid score in the 78th. They think they've done it. We go on and score in the 88th. No, you haven't. Si se puede! FC Barcelona are going to win the La Liga title in the last 2 minutes of the final day! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again. Oh, channel you're in a Martin Tyler. Ferran Torres is worth his weight in gold. We're going to do it. Surely we're going to do it. We just need to hold them out for as long as it takes. Just need to hold them out, and Jordi Alba will get the opportunity to lift a La Liga title once more before retiring. He's already lifted the Copa del Rey trophy this season, but here come Betis. No! I can't believe it! I can't believe it! I can't believe it! The most heartbreaking thing to happen in any save ever. I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. In the 90... I can't believe it. I cannot. I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again. I have never experienced, in my 10 years on YouTube, a title finale like that. Unbelievable. Real win 4-2. What can you say? What can you say? I might get sacked. I genuinely might get sacked. I had to call up John Guardado prior to the game. 143.82 million euro added. My job at the club is under close observation. I may not keep my position as manager. So losing the title in the last 20 seconds of the entire season. With 90 seconds to go, we thought we'd won it. I have never experienced anything like that. And I don't think you guys will have ever seen a title finale end like that, ever, in the history of your viewing YouTube content. I think this season we will skip a season roundup. I think we just need to end there, because I need to go and have a little cry. Real Madrid win La Liga on head-to-head after a 2-0 win at the Camp Nou earlier in the season. We ended level on goal difference, level on points. We won more games than them. But crucially, they beat me. And I will hate Real Betis Football Club for the rest of my life. I'll see you on Sunday with episode 1 of season 3. Never in my life.